Strategically hide a mess back here. Good morning. I'm talking kind of low. It's pretty early on a Saturday morning. My dad's at work, but my mom and my brother are still sleeping. I have pretty bad jet lag, so I've been going to sleep at weird times, waking up at weird times. But yeah, I have some work to do, so I'm doing that right now. I have a little commission I'm working on. Doesn't look like much yet, but actually this is for my girl Jill, who in the summer commissioned another painting. So I'll link that. I think I have it in a video somewhere. I'll link it. I've been home for just a couple days, just starting to kind of feel human again. At least for a few hours, like in the morning, I'm okay. I have a lot of things to catch you guys up on, actually. Some of it good, some of it bad. So let's start with the good things. My flight back was fine. I mean, as far as, you know, those miserable, like really long flights go, it wasn't bad. I ended up for the second time ever having a whole row to myself. And actually it's really funny. I have been like, you can laugh, it's fine, trying to put like affirmations out there. So before the flight, like when I was looking at my seat arrangement, you know, my assignment, I saw that I had no one next to me, and I saw that the plane like hadn't really filled up yet. So I didn't know if that was like just people hadn't been assigned seats yet, or if people were gonna get assigned like at the check-in counter or something. Like maybe it was all sold out. I didn't know. I was like, no, I'm going to have a good flight, like trying to put out into the universe what I want. So I was like, I'm gonna have a good flight. I'm not gonna panic about it. I'm going to have a whole row to myself, you know, and I like kept saying all these things. I get there was a woman in the window seat, but there was no one in the middle. But there were still some empty rows. And I saw the woman looking around to see if she could move somewhere and have a whole row. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna say anything, because I could have easily just moved too. But by the time she decided to get up and move, the only row that was open was like the very last row that's just 2 seats. And she was like 2 heads shorter than me. I don't know why I'm like holding this like this, like I have a shirt on, I'm just cold. Yeah, she was like 2 heads shorter than me, so it made more sense for her to move to like less space, you know, because even with like a row of 3 seats, it's not like someone like my height can comfortably like lay down. You're still all like scrunched. But I did end up having the row to myself, so that was good. Also good is I sent out my Patreon stuff that I owed everybody, and I also made you guys like a little, you know, present. By the time this video goes up, you will have gotten it already, but I made everyone like based on each individual person, like something I thought that they would like. So hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully, you know, they got there okay and all that stuff. I shipped those out. I don't know what else, like everything else mostly has been okay, except, and I feel like I can maybe talk about it without crying, but oh no, I just felt the feeling in my nose, so maybe not. So when I came home, one of my favorite things to do is, you know, my dog Daisy, like the last time I came home, she had like an amazing reaction when, I think I put that in a video too, like when I got home and she saw me in the yard. So we did that this time, and you know, I was sitting in the yard, she was all happy. It was nighttime though, it was much later this time that I got home than the last flight, so you couldn't see anything, we couldn't record or anything. But so anyway, yeah, she came out, she was all excited. I went to bring her inside, and like my brother and my dad were outside. My dad was like, oh no, I'll take her. I was like, no, it's okay, because my dad, I don't know if I've told you guys, my dad has MS, and he can't walk very well, so I don't like the idea of him walking the dogs. You know, they could pull him down, or he might accidentally let go of the leash and they might get run over. You know, my OCD mind goes into like overdrive. But anyway, so I was like, no, it's okay. I'll take him in, or I'll take her in. Jake was like, no, I gotta show you something. And we were still in the yard, and I was like, okay. And, oh no, here we go. He took me to, a spot that, like, had a big rock. And it, like, all at once kind of dawned on me that we must have lost a pet while I was gone. Usually we'll bury them and then mark the grave. So he brought me over and he said, yeah, we lost someone. I was like, who? You know? And he said Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake he was in a lot of my videos while I was here. He was my really fuzzy, like almost like Maine Coon looking cat. All my cats are related, well, except for, you know, my small son, my Chinese son. But all my black cats are related. They came from a colony, like a feral colony that's set up on our property. We still have like 8 or 9 outside that, you know, we never really either got them friendly enough to bring in or whatever. They've all been spayed and neutered. But 5 of them ended up in our house. So there was one that got really, really sick. We took him in, and then he just never went back outside. And he's okay. He got better. He's a little bit like weird because he had a really high fever for like a long time. So I think like poor guy, some of his like brain cells got fried, but he's like a really, really friendly, sweet guy. So we have him, and then we have his like cousin. She's, you know, just a plain like all black cat. She's really sweet. They're all really sweet babies. And then we have her younger siblings. There are 3 of them by the same mother. We don't know if they had the same father. So we have like a cousin and then 4 siblings, 3 of which are from one litter. So that's where Coffee Cake was. He's the only cat of all the cats that we've had, the ferals, you know, in that bloodline that had long hair. He was like Velcro, you know, he wouldn't leave you alone. He was like so friendly. So one of my sons here, Coffee Cake, I don't know if I've ever like actually introduced you guys to him. I know he's been on my channel before. He is the most like loving dog-like cat, but he is so annoying when I'm trying to do work or like do anything. Like here's the chair I usually sit in, don't mind all the mess and stuff. That's you know, I'm usually sitting there and he's gotta like, see, he's on my computer. He can't just like sit to the side on the little cushion I got for these guys. He's like, no, I need to be directly in front of you. Do you like my pants? He's like kneading them right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. Just sit there like a good boy, okay? Oh no. I ruined it. Like when Jake said, yeah, we lost Coffee Cake, it didn't register. I was like shocked for like, I didn't cry. I didn't like do anything for like a couple minutes. I was like, Coffee Cake. I was like, who's Coffee Cake? Because like I said, I guess I was in shock. But also it's like, you know, we have a lot of old animals and I'm always afraid, like when I come home, like this kind of thing is going to happen and we're going to find out, like someone's going to tell me that we lost someone over the break or over the semester. You know, we have like an 11-year-old dog, I have a 9-year-old dog. So I, you know, always worried about them, but it never even occurred to me. Like Coffee Cake was 6 years old. And he died 3 days before I came home. I was originally gonna book a flight for 3 days earlier, but I didn't. So I didn't get to see him. Basically what happened was he suddenly stopped eating. So I took him to the vet. It turns out that his kidneys were like 4 times bigger than they were supposed to be. So they did a x-ray, a blood panel, and they could tell, like I said, that his kidneys were larger, but they couldn't, the blood panel was normal. So they did an ultrasound, and they found out that he had cancer in his kidneys and his spleen, and I think in his lymph nodes. That was about a week before I came home. And they tried to you know, they got him some like really expensive medicine, like an appetite stimulant, and then something else that's supposed to slow the cancer or something. But it wasn't working, and the vet said the only option is chemo. He wouldn't have recommended it for him. He said he didn't think it was gonna work, and it would have maybe prolonged his life a month, but he would have been in pain. So yeah, that's what I came home to. You know, any of you guys that have pets that think of them as your family like I do, it's like your worst nightmare, you know? And after I came home, I just felt like I kept waiting to see him, you know? I just feel bad that I didn't get to see him before he died. But that's what happens, I guess. You know? I have to get back to work. I can hear people stirring outside, so my mom's probably up. But yeah, so that's it. That's all that's really happened so far. Christmas is in a few days. Oh, actually today we're gonna go see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. My parents went last year and they really liked it, so they got tickets for us. I haven't even told any of my friends that I'm home. I told my boyfriend, but I didn't tell any of my friends that I'm home yet because it's just like too much to see anybody. Alright, I'm gonna like pull myself together and try and get some work done. That's been my time home so far. Remember how I said I think I could talk about it without crying? Alright, I'll catch you guys up later. Here she is all done.
Shaky.
I don't think it's going in front of. Maybe it is. You got this?
No, you don't got it.
Yes, it does. She's getting scared. Take a breath.
Dan always shot away from the challenge.
Hold on, you have to put it on.
Let's see that shimmy action. Yes, I did see it. Very good finger. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Steven Hold on.
I don't think you guys believe that thing.
Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays. Hope you're having a really wonderful holiday, regardless of what you're celebrating. By the time you see this, it's going to probably be well after any holidays, but yeah, so today's Christmas. I'm outside with Daisy right now. You can hear her barking. She's right there. We did presents with my family. We're going to go to the movies to see Star Wars. So that's pretty much it. Also, personal accomplishment. Yesterday we went out for dinner and I actually did it. I was able to eat with people around, you know, which is for anyone that knows me, a feat. But I was able to eat, you know, in public. There weren't a lot of people there and they seated us in a booth in the corner, so that helped, I think. So that was a small victory. Also, earlier last week I ate at McDonald's, which was a big one, but we went to the mall food court as well and I couldn't do that. I was dissociated the entire time. But yeah, so we're gonna go to the movies and yeah, like I said, hope you guys are having a good holiday. I heard back from some of you guys that I sent the Patreon stuff, so I'm glad that you like what I sent out. Yeah, just kind of relaxing and, you know, just trying to take it day by day and just enjoy the time that I have here.